What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Winnipeg Jets versus the Minnesota Wild. This is their first meeting since the December 30th, December 31st debacle with, Ryan Hartman, Cole Perfetti drama, all that stuff going on, and I thought this one was going to be real rough, and it was. These teams and fans just really don't like each other, and it ended up being a really entertaining game. Right off the draw, I thought we were going to have a fight, but we did not get that. It was actually, sort of normal, some hard hits, but nothing crazy. About midway into the first period, Declan Chisholm actually takes a penalty here, former Winnipeg Jet, and the Jets score on the power play, something that they've been doing with ease the last few games. Ever since bringing in Sean Monahan, he's opened it up and gave Vilardi right where he usually scores his goals, right in the blue paint. Comes up with a big one here for Winnipeg, redirecting that in with his skate, and the Jets go up 1-0. Building is going crazy. Hartman chants start going. It's unbelievable. So the crowd's getting into it. We haven't even announced the goal yet in the arena. They throw it the Lowry line, who had a really strong game. Niederreiter throws it to Lowry, throws it to Appleton, and he scores. He goes top shelf over the shoulder on Fleury. Mason Appleton, baby. That's what we're talking about. Quick 2-0 lead for Winnipeg. And the Jets needed this. They have not been able to score goals. And, the last few now, it looks like they're finally coming out of that slump where they just cannot bury the puck. And it kind of feels like now they're finally getting the bounces and the opportunities that, they probably deserved a little bit more than they were getting when they were in their slump. Now that would do the first period here. The Jets up 2-0, really going their way completely. Nothing really, bad happened to the Jets that period. We head on into the second. And it started off fantastic as we've got Kyle Connor here scoring his 20th of the season 5-on-5 from a feed from DeMello and Vilardi. 3-0 Winnipeg now, and it kind of felt like the Jets were going to run away with this one. That's until the Wild finally woke up and started playing some hockey, and they looked really good. The Jets were getting outplayed big time, especially that first line of Kyle Connor, Mark Scheifele, and Gabe Vilardi. That hasn't been fantastic 5-on-5. They've had some success, on the power play, very little success 5-on-5. But, they're probably doing less good than they are, bad at this point. And I worry about them a little bit. Anyway, the Wild were having chance after chance after chance, and the Jets take a penalty, and it's Marco Rossi putting home his 16th of the year to make it 3-1 Minnesota after they dominated that second period. Probably deserved 2 or 3 more goals in that period, but Brossoit was able to stand tall. So not a very impressive period by the Jets by any means, and it was a little bit worrying heading into the third. The Wild just came back and had that crazy football game against the Vancouver Canucks where it ended 10-7, so I kind of was worried about that. Hey, are they going to do this? In the third, the Jets came out firing. They were all over the Wild. The Jets would get yet another power play, and it's the same guy that's going to score from the first one. It's Gabe Vilardi with number 15 on the year, putting it home. And, this one, beautiful deflection by him. I don't even know how you do that. Jets go up 4-1, feeling pretty good at this point. Feeling even better after Sean Monahan went ahead and put the Jets up 5-1 off of a really nice, falling deflection. I don't have the clip because I cannot find it, but I promise you it happened. Jets go up 5-1, and this one was pretty much over at that point. Out of pure desperation, the Wild went ahead and, just started firing it on goal. They scored a couple on Brossoit, and Niederreiter would end up putting home the empty netter. 2 wins, 6-3, and the Jets came away, without a complete game, I'd say, and their 5-on-5 play lacked, but where the 5-on-5 play lacked, the power play was able to step up. That's something we haven't been able to see from the Jets this season, so I'm really happy that it showed up today. Jets looked really good in this one, and I was happy that they were able to beat the Minnesota Wild and get out of there unscathed, because I thought there was going to be a few guys, headhunting today. Didn't see too much of that. It was definitely rough and physical, but I don't think that it was, dirty or anything like that. This for sure wasn't, a Picasso or anything like that. The 5-on-5 game needs to get better, especially from the top 6. Ehlers, I wonder if he's kind of hurt. He hasn't been playing very well lately, and he's been taking some shifts off pretty early. Cole Perfetti had a few chances that were kind of nice. Monahan obviously filling in nicely, but I don't know, just that second line doesn't seem to have much chemistry. The first line for sure doesn't, as I've mentioned before, with, Connor, Scheifele, Vilardi, and I think the guys would benefit big time from some line changes. I think playing Ehlers with Scheifele and Vilardi would go a long way. That line was dynamite at the beginning, of the Kyle Connor injury, and a big reason why Winnipeg Winnipeg had so much success with him injured. So I wonder if they go back to that eventually. But the top 6 needs some rearranging, I think. Bottom 6 played great today. Overall, not a perfect game. Power play was able to step up, and the Jets were able to beat a division rival. Here's some of the numbers as the Jets moved to 34, 15, and 5. Very impressive record to this point in the season, chasing down first in the Central. 3-0 against the Wild this season, so that's very nice to see. Hate the Wild. Admittedly, they are, one of those teams that bug me a lot. Always a physical game, a lot of fun, and it's always fun beating Ryan Hartman. Laurent Brossoit, 36 saves. He was incredible tonight. Gabe Vilardi, probably his best game of the season. On the power play, was a dog everywhere. Had a few chances 5-on-5 as well. Probably could have had 3 or 4 goals. Shout out to him. Everybody played great today. I'm really happy with how the game went, and I don't know. I just like beating the Wild. The big old shining star of the game is going to be Laurent Brossoit, because if it wasn't for him in the second period, the Jets could have been, heading in down 2 or 3 or 4. I mean, some of the chances that the Wild had were incredible. He stood tall, coming in for, the back-to-back situation, covering for Connor Hellebuck, and it's just big that Winnipeg has a backup that they can rely on this year to win them games and, win them convincingly. They don't need to score 6 or 7 to, get it done. So shout out to Brossoit. Great game from him. Going forward, Winnipeg's got, kind of an easier schedule now. They play Chicago Friday. They'll play Arizona on Sunday, I believe. And then the Blues are in there somewhere too. I think it's right after the Arizona game. So they have a little bit, easier opponents coming up. If the Jets could go, at least 2-1 over that stretch, I would be very happy. I think they should be able to beat all 3 of those teams, because I would really like to hunt down those guys at the top of the Central and retake first in the Central. I think the Jets have a legitimate chance at winning it this year. And, they're one of the better teams in the West this year. See what they do closer to the trade deadline. If they add any more, I think they're going to be adding a defenseman for sure. Wouldn't mind if they added someone to the top 9, middle 6 forward guy, but we'll see what happens. Fun game from the Jets and the Wild last night. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's all I've got today. Leave a comment down below what you guys thought about the game. What was your favorite part? Let me know down below. I want to hear from you guys. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Go Jets, go! Bye-bye.